Hello and welcome back to How About That Crypto. You are watching your daily crypto news and updates with your host, Bitcoin Stylist on Twitter and Bitcoin Hairstylist on Instagram. I am here Monday through Friday and I explain crypto and Web3 while keeping you up to date on all the latest. Today's news stories are Singapore, Switzerland, and Japan step up their sanctions even more than the US to include crypto. Michael Jordan joins the crypto world with NFTs on Solana. Also joining the Solana chain is Shaquille O'Neal, another NBA legend and savvy investor, all on Solana. What does all this mean? I'll explain it all. And if you like the content or if you don't like the content, please let me know by leaving a comment below. Please like and subscribe. If you're listening on podcast, please follow and click 5 stars. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe and click the bell. It helps support the channel and doesn't cost you anything. Make sure you stay to the end and it helps get traction on the show. And I really appreciate it. Just to be clear and litigious, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. You can use the links in the description below to do your own research. Okay. My continued prayers go out to all those caught in this conflict. There have been calls by some for ordinary Russians, even those protesting their government, to have their wallets frozen. Also for them to be shunned from the crypto exchanges. Just like yesterday's news, there seems to be a different standard for crypto exchanges and companies. There are no sanctions on the citizens of Russia. Not right now. And if there are, then perhaps this stuff will change. Now, some countries don't seem to care that there are no sanctions on Russia. Well, I got something for you here. CryptoSlate.com reports pushing Russia out of crypto one country at a time. Singapore, Switzerland, and Japan will join the sanctions. Switzerland and Singapore join in the crypto sanctions against Russia. Oops, sorry. There you go. Switzerland and Singapore join in the crypto sanctions against Russia as a result of Ukraine invasion, further isolating Russia from the crypto market. Meanwhile, Japan also announces that they are considering crypto sanctions too. So there are calls to ban Russian citizens from crypto markets. This has been rejected by multiple exchanges because there are no official sanctions. Now, remember, this would include people that are protesting against their government and using crypto as a lifeline as their local currency tumbles. A lot of these people are buying USDT, which is the stable coin based on the dollar, which means they're essentially buying the dollar. So they're trying to get out of ruble into dollar because they need to be able to purchase things, save their savings, because the government that they don't like is going in this war and causing a collapse of the market. Now, that's not everybody, but there are those people that are getting caught up in this. Now, these calls to isolate and freeze the accounts of all Russians have been rejected by many exchanges because there are no official exchanges. However, they have said that if there were sanctions against ordinary citizens, then they would comply, but they're only going to comply with the rules. You know, if you watched the episode that my brother and I talked about this stuff, then you would have heard me talk about how Elizabeth Warren and Hillary Clinton have come out and said that they expect crypto exchanges to block ordinary Russian citizens, but why? What about all the other financial institutions, and what about all the other businesses? Why aren't they being forced and being called out by politicians? Maybe because it's clickbait and it's good to get them on the air and it's a trending topic right now. Maybe. What are your thoughts on that? Now, regardless of official decrees, 5 local South Korean exchanges are banning Russian IPs and freezing their accounts. These 5 are the only licensed in the country, and that means that there is no fiat conversion for any Russians trying to get cash out their crypto for fiat currency. Now, this is super important because, you know, like Nike and Apple, all these companies have pulled out on their own without sanctions. So maybe the crypto exchanges should freeze the assets and block Russian IP addresses. You know, what do you think? All right, I'm going to keep going. Singapore officially joined in sanctions against the Russian central bank, their cryptocurrency transactions, and an export ban on military electronics. This is the first Asian country to impose sanctions on Russia. Then Switzerland announced a freeze on Russian-owned crypto assets. Freezing crypto assets is necessary because Switzerland wants to protect the integrity of its blockchain industry. And finally, Japan. They are planning on joining on the crypto exchanges. They're just in the process of doing the research to figure out, one, if it's necessary, and two, how they do it. What are your thoughts? How do you feel about Russian citizens being iced out on all financial markets, even those protesting their government, even if crypto is a lifeline, even if they're buying dollars? Tell me your thoughts. Leave a comment below. I'd like to hear from you. All right, moving on. All right, I got another one for you here. This is kind of exciting. Michael Jordan, NBA legend. Michael Jordan is like one of the all-time most famous NBA basketball players of all time. I grew up with him. He was like a hero and to many people, and his kicks are still some of the most popular shoes across the world. And so Michael Jordan joins crypto. Decrypt reports Michael Jordan's Solana athlete app Air, as an HEIR, drops first NFTs. NBA legend Michael Jordan launches Air platform for trading NFTs. The initial drop will be called 6 Rings NFTs, which is the homage to his 6 champion rings. These people that purchase these 6 ring NFTs are going to be considered founding fans. The aim is to connect pro athletes with their fans, and there has been $10 million raised for this whole thing. And I got a little excerpt to read from you. Each 6 Rings NFT designates the holder as a founding fan, providing access to the upcoming platform that connects athletes with their fans within huddles or communities that allow a limited number of users. Huddle members will get access to exclusive content from each athlete, as well as Ask Me Anything sessions, merchandise, and more. All these sales are being done on Magic Eden Marketplace, which is the Solana competitor for OpenSea. OpenSea is where all of the NFTs that you probably heard of are being traded. This is super exciting to have somebody like Michael Jordan on. It's a really clever play on all the words. What do you think? Are you going to grab some Michael Jordan NFTs? I think a lot of people will. Hashtag bullish, bullish, no pun intended. Okay, moving on. So the last story of the day is Benzinga reports Shaquille O'Neal switches from Ethereum to Solana in Twitter name. Here are the details. Shaq, NBA Hall of Famer and champion, he is also a renowned investor and entrepreneur, has switched his allegiance to Solana from Ethereum. He has announced his first Solana NFT also on Magic Eden Marketplace. And I got a little excerpt I wanted to read for you here. Why this is important. According to benzinga.com, O'Neal has been a frequent voice in the non-fungible token community. The NBA legend purchased several Creature World NFTs and highlighted them on Twitter. O'Neal also owns a Mutant Ape Yacht Club, one of the most popular NFT collections of all times. Shaq previously featured one of his Creature World NFTs as his profile picture on Twitter. After the profile picture changed and news of Shaq buying the NFT was publicized, says volume in creatures shot up over 1,000% in just 24 hours. Correlation, not causation, but what do you think about that? Solana NFTs have grown recently, passing $1 billion and average daily transactions per user is higher than on OpenSea. What are your thoughts about all of this? This is, I know I started off with some Russian sanctioned news, but all that's super important that's happening now, but it's also important to pay attention to the things that are happening outside of that. And you have major legends jumping on to Solana and getting into crypto. What do you think? Do you think this is a good sign? Do you think this is a bad sign? Do you have another thought you'd like to share? I'd like to hear from you. Leave a comment below. Please like, subscribe, follow. It helps support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. Have a good day. Hodl on.